Yazoo Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. John C. Reilly.
I will say this. Now that I've gone all the way around and become like a producer on something, and I've participated in the casting of things on some of these larger movies once I got more accomplished, now looking back, I feel like I do have some advice about this audition thing, which is that, you know, it's really, really hard, if not impossible, not to take it personally when you're not cast in something. When you go in there and you open your heart and you give it your best shot, and you do your best in that room, and sometimes it's really difficult when it's just a casting person reading with you and not an actor or whatever. There's a couple of tips I have in regards to that, but what you realize from being in the room when you're on the other side of the table is it really isn't about you. It's not a personal thing. It's just about, they have this agenda, they see the character in a certain way, and they're either going to get that from you or they're not. And it's not your fault. They might just have a different idea in their head than the kind of energy that you're bringing. Now, if you're really clever, you can figure out in the moment, what is this thing they're looking for? You can ask beforehand, you can do some sort of intel beforehand and try to get yourself to that place that they're looking for. But a lot of times, it's hard to tell what they're looking for, So what a casting person or an agent tell you beforehand could be wrong, And so you just have to surrender yourself, forgive yourself for failing, and just say, it's not because I was bad. It's not because I didn't do a good job in the audition, although sometimes there are. If you're late or you fuck up or you are unprepared, then yeah, that's a mistake. Correct it next time. But most of the time, it's not your fault. It's like, I don't know, it's like picking out a shirt or something. It's like, how do you want to feel that day? You put that shirt on, that's the right shirt. Is it because the other shirts are bad? No, it's just because there weren't the shirts you wanted to wear that day.
Ladies and gentlemen, if anybody knows me, I have kick-ass shirts, but we're not here to talk about that. At least not today. Maybe in the future, but who knows? I get constant stares on the subway. Some people stare for other reasons. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, today I'd like to talk about Mr. John C. Reilly, and I feel he's a very underrated actor. And I played this clip specifically because, one, I'm lazy. I only checked 2 clips, and this was the best one. But also, it's true. Like, I've always said this to people too. When you audition for something, you got to keep in mind, if you fuck up, it doesn't matter. Okay? It really does. I mean, sometimes, yeah, it's like he says. I mean, it is your fault. But at the same time, it's more pressure on people making the movie, and they got to make sure they pick the right person, And then years later, you hear stories about, they could have picked someone else, and well, this person wasn't right for the role, blah blah blah. But just don't take it personally, and that's what's made John C. Reilly such a good actor, very cool dude. I feel the last 30 years, even to this day, he's still a very underrated actor. As you can tell by this clip, if you want to look it up on YouTube, How to Deal with Rejection in Acting, featuring John C. Reilly, of course, presented by Backstage. Yeah, check it out. And he's got no problems picking out his shirts. He's dressed pretty proper. I always respect. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to talk about him today because Winning Time just ended. It was a series about the Lakers, the start of the '80s and Jerry Buss taking over. I think most sports fans, especially if you're from LA, you definitely know that story. I'm not gonna lie, it had one of the most abrupt series endings to a TV series ever. I didn't expect that. But the point is, I'll get into that later. But I would like to go on Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia, because free is very good, especially with food inflation. As a fat man, I am in trouble. But let's begin. John Christopher Reilly. So that's what the C stands for. Okay. I mean, it was C. It could have been a lot of things. I mean, like he wasn't Boogie Nights. I mean, it could have stood for, never mind. Born May 24th, 1965, is an American actor, comedian, musician, writer, and producer. He is known as a character actor, taking leading and supporting roles in independent drama films and studio comedies. He gained exposure through his supporting roles in Paul Thomas Anderson's films Hard 8, Boogie Nights, and Magnolia, and Martin Scorsese's Gangs of New York and Aviator. Reilly was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor and the corresponding Golden Globe Award for his role in the musical film Chicago. Reilly's other notable films include The River Wild, The Thin Red Line, and The Hours. Reilly gained prominence for his roles in comedy films such as Walk Hard, The Dewey Cox Story, Talladega Nights, almost fucked that one up, that's a great movie, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby, or Ricky Bobby as we say it, and Step Brothers. He voiced the title character in the Wreck-It Ralph film series and acted in the independent films Cyrus, We Need to Talk About Kevin, and Carnage, The Lobster, and The Sisters Brothers. He portrayed a comedian, Oliver Hardy, in the biopic Stan and Ollie, earning nominations for Golden Globe Award and Critics' Choice Award. Reilly is also known for his work on television. He created and starred in a Showtime comedy series, Moonbase 8, and led the ensemble, I just like saying it like that, I don't know why, cast for the HBO sports drama series Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Reilly performs with his band John Reilly and Friends. For his role in the Broadway revival in Sam Shepard's play True West, he was nominated for the Tony Award for Best Actor in a Play. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a man who is multi-talented. This is pretty insane. And I don't know, again, I think he's one of these guys that will always have a role. I mean, will it be the main character in something? Will it be just a supporting actor? Either way, he's very skilled, and his hat game is absolutely on point, as you can tell by the picture on Wikipedia. I can never pull off a hat like this. I mean, it's sort of a cowboy hat, but more of a, I don't know, like if I'm going to go on like safari, but I still want to look cool kind of, and, you know, I'm the person that's funding the whole safari for everybody hat. You know what I mean? So, sorry, I'm still just a little distracted. I just saw Mace wear a cowboy hat, so I don't know. I just, I don't know. Things have changed. But anyways, here's 10 facts about Mr. John C. Reilly. Now, I'm on the website 10factsabout.com, so let's begin. Multi-talented actor with a singing background. We just talked about that. John C. Reilly is a multi-talented actor who has been in the entertainment industry for decades. His background in musical theater has enabled him to showcase his singing skills in a variety of films, most notably in the 2002 Academy Award-winning film Chicago. In the movie, Reilly performed his own singing, demonstrating his vocal range and talent. His performance in the film earned him a nomination for a Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a Male Actor in a Supporting Role. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to lie. I don't know much about Chicago. The play. I did go to the city once. The city is pretty. It's pretty kick-ass. I actually went past the Home Alone house. That fucker is huge, by the way. And yes, I do believe that Kevin's father in that is mobbed up. I'm pretty sure it's almost the same character that he played in Sopranos. He passed away, rest in peace. But yeah, I mean, that would explain why the uncle was always pissed off at Kevin, you know. Look what you did, you little jerk. You know, but that guy was a jerk off anyway. I mean, I don't know. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So Chicago, yeah, the play, I don't know. I'm straight. But the point is, a lot of people liked his singing in that, but I preferably prefer his singing in this.
Nachos, lemon heads, my dad's boat. You won't go down 'cause my dick can float. We sail around
Boats and hoes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Boats and hoes. Unrated version of Step Brothers. Boats and hoes. Yeah, so I love this movie. We're gonna get to more in a bit. And 3 out of 5 best pick noms in '03. What? In 2003, John C. Reilly was featured in an impressive 3 out of 5 films nominated for Best Picture at the Academy Awards. These films included the musical Chicago, the crime drama Gangs of New York, and the psychological drama The Hours. His performance in these films was highly acclaimed, and it is no surprise that he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in Chicago. Okay, so once again, ladies and gentlemen, I've not seen this movie, but um, boats and hoes. But seriously, the man can sing. John C. Reilly is often compared to Gene Hackman. Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy now. Easy now. You better have some good proof here. John C. Reilly is often compared to Gene Hackman due to their similar physical features. With his tall stature, broad shoulders, and deep voice, Reilly has been dubbed his generation's Gene Hackman for his uncanny resemblance to the iconic actor. His ability to take on a variety of roles from comedic to dramatic has earned him a reputation as one of the most versatile actors of his generation. Well, I can't disagree with that. But I mean, to compare him, I mean, okay, maybe. I mean, Gene Hack, I mean, okay. Clearly, that person does not agree with. But the point is, I'm close to a hospital. Don't worry about it. Okay, maybe. But all I'm saying is Gene Hackman is very old school. I mean, he's been retired for a while. The guy's in his early 90s. I've heard stories now where he lives in Mexico and he just paints all day. And it was a few years ago, somebody was trying to start shit with him and he beat the shit out of him at an airport. I mean, that's the Gene Hackman I know. But the point is, I'm not saying that John C. Reilly can't beat the shit out of someone in an airport. All I'm saying is, I mean, it's some big shoes to fill. That's all. But John C. Reilly, yeah, he's a very versatile actor. I mean, he did Sherlock, and then Gene Hackman did Welcome to Mooseport. So okay, they don't always make the best decisions, but the point is, they're both awesome actors, and I should do a podcast about Gene Hackman one day, for sure. John C. Reilly quits movie after Donkey's death. Wait, did I read that right? Sorry. John C. Reilly quits movie after Donkey's death. John C. Reilly was so appalled by the death of a donkey during the production of the 2005 film Manderley that he immediately walked off the set and quit the movie. His strong moral stance was a testament to his commitment to animal rights and his refusal to be a part of something he found morally reprehensible. The incident was widely reported in the media and highlighted Reilly's dedication to his beliefs. Wow, I mean, yeah, I can't blame him. I mean, I don't know. Because usually, like, when they do movies, at the end they have all those things there, like, no animals were harmed in this, and obviously they can't do that with this movie. I know, I never heard of this movie, so I don't know. But yeah, man, I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, listen, a lot of people think, animals don't have rights or whatever. Of course they do. Of course they do. Okay, so I don't know what happened with this donkey, but yeah, I mean, stand by his morals. Why not? I mean, yeah. Brother Rice High School graduate. John C. Reilly is renowned, I almost said reowned, actor who attended and graduated from Brother Rice High School in Chicago. The school is a private Catholic all-boys college preparatory school located in the Mount Greenwood neighborhood of Chicago. Founded in 1956, Brother Rice High School has a long history of providing a quality education to its students. And John C. Reilly is a testament to the school's success. Well, no shit. I mean, how many people, we got a good library, good thing. We also had one of the best actors, John C. Reilly, show up. So there you go. That's cool. I like that. Howard Hughes connection. John C. Reilly has had a long and varied career in film, but he has a special connection to Howard Hughes. He has appeared in 3 films that featured characters closely related to the famous aviator and entrepreneur. Classy. The Aviator, Melvin and Howard, and The Amazing Howard Hughes. In each of these films, Reilly brings a unique and captivating performance to the role, making his connection to Hughes all the more special. Okay, I thought they were going to say like he's like related to him or something, or I don't know. I mean, even worst case, like John Hughes, or I mean, that'd be cool too. John C. Reilly, recognized as Sundance jury member. John C. Reilly has a long history of involvement in the film industry, having served as a member of the dramatic jury for the prestigious Sundance Film Festival in 2005. His role on the jury was to elevate and select the best films of the festival and to recognize the filmmakers for their outstanding work. His presence on the jury was a testament to his expertise and experience in the film industry, and his commitment to recognizing and celebrating the best of independent filmmaking. There you go. So not only is he in a lot of independent films, but he, supports the thing. Because, I mean, think about it, guys. Like not everybody can make that $200 million film about, about racing cars and, I don't know, most of the cast being bald. Not that I'm one to judge, but, and then they go fast and all of a sudden they're racing on ice and dodging missiles and helicopters. And listen, I'll never understand the whole Fast and Furious shit. I don't get it. I saw the first one. I was like, what the fuck? And then I watched the second one because I'm like, okay, John Singleton, rest in peace to him. If anybody can save this franchise, it's him. Even he couldn't do it. And, it's just, fuck it. John C. Reilly loses weight for Walk Hard. John C. Reilly underwent a dramatic transformation for his lead role in the 2007 film Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. In order to accurately portray the character, he had to lose a significant amount of weight, which he achieved through a strict diet and exercise regime. His hard work paid off, as the film was a critical and commercial success, earning him a Golden Globe nomination for Best Actor in a Musical or Comedy. I've said this before, and somebody tells me I'm going to say this again in the future. Why do they group comedies with musicals with the Golden Globes? I don't understand that at all. I don't know. Listen, they've said for years Hollywood does not respect comedies, and that is. It honestly, no joke. Like, it really is a shame. I don't know. Again, I don't know why they group it together. It should be its own thing, whatever. But I don't know. I've never seen a musical that's funny, or a musical for that matter. But the point is, well deserved. We're definitely going to get into that role. That's one of his best roles of all time. John C. Reilly's wife, his Casualties of War assistant. John C. Reilly met his wife while filming the 1989 movie Casualties of War. At the time, she was working as a personal assistant of actor Sean Penn, and the two quickly hit it off. After a whirlwind romance, they tied the knot and have been happily married ever since. Well, there you go. That's nice. I like that. I like little stories like that. Listen, listen. You're on set for what, 16 hours a day. where else are you going to meet people? You know what I mean? I mean, once high school's done, it's not like you can look left and right and up and down, BA start, it just, you gotta make the best of your environment. And there you go. And they've been together ever since. That's sweet. I like that. John C. Reilly is an avid Chicago White Sox fan. John C. Reilly is an avid Chicago White Sox fan. Echo. No. And his enthusiasm for the team is well known. He has been vocal about his admiration for the White Sox, often attending games and showing his support for the team. He has even been spotted wearing a White Sox jersey at various events, proudly displaying his loyalty to the team. There you go. So listen, you're in Chicago, you either root for the Chicago White Sox or Chicago Cubs. It's up to you. Okay, I root for the Jays because, well, that's all we have in Canada. And I live in Toronto, and I fully support the Jays. So there you go. I wear my blue socks, very proud. Do I have a pair of blue socks? Actually, no. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, he is very proud of the city he comes from, which is actually the same city that John Hughes comes from, like I mentioned before. So Chicago is a very awesome city. Like I said, I was at Chicago before, and it is, I mean, the deep dish pizza alone is just magical, okay? Did I ever finish the whole going by the Home Alone house story? No, I didn't. I went off on a tangent there again. No, I went by the house, and then there was a Macaulay Culkin cardboard cutout, like, waving, and this was, like, I think Christmas, like, 93, so it was pretty good. It was it is a big ass house, man. That's that's right. I went off the about the father there. Yeah. The father was definitely mobbed up. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, that's where Al Capone's from too. Yeah, it's a whole thing. So the point is, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about. You know what? Fuck it. Let's see if we can find some more facts here. Let's just, let's have some fun. Okay. Of course, you got to go on IMDb, because IMDb is beautiful. It really is. It's way better than Rotten Tomatoes. I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. It says here he's friends with Will Ferrell. I would have never have guessed that. John's father's ancestry was 3/4 Irish, 1/8 German, 1/16 French Canadian. There you go. I mean, French. And 1/16 Scottish. John's maternal grandparents, Clemens. There you go. Roger? No. Petronis and Veronica Strelsiunas. I think I said 2 out of the 4 right. Were Lithuanian. He is the 5th of 6 children. Holy shit. Okay. So almost like you're the bottom child, of course, a little nutty, you got to get that attention. Yeah. You don't have to be Freud to figure out that shit. But, they pretty much have the same facts here. All right. So fuck it. So IMDb, I love IMDb. Always have, Rotten Tomatoes, it just, 98% fresh. Fuck off. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to start from the beginning here. And let's see everything that John C. Reilly has done. And let's begin. So it says here that his first acting official credit ever, ladies and gentlemen, if you could believe it, is a Steven Seagal movie. Yeah, right. Oh, this is a good day. Okay, it is a movie called Above the Law. Holy shit. And he played a thug in a bar, and he's uncredited. And this came out in 1988. Holy fuck. Was this, I'm almost positive this was Steven Seagal's, was this his first movie? No, I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was. This was the first Steven Seagal movie. Holy fuck. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this is awesome. I don't remember him in this movie, but absolutely I remember this movie. So basically with Steven Seagal, I did a whole podcast about him. Long story short, I was like, how the fuck am I going to do a half-hour podcast on this guy? It ended up being an hour and a half. The guy has a lot of problems. But the point is, just basically with Steven Seagal, I'll just say this. Watch his first like 5 movies. That's like the heart of it right there. Then he directed one, which is a piece of shit, and then he did Glimmerman. Now, Glimmerman was all right. It's got that funny part in the Chinese restaurant there. He beats the shit out of people, and someone calls and says, and then he, says, classic Steven Seagal tone. He's like, yeah, you want a table? Yeah, yeah. Sorry, we're under construction, and then like he looks left and right, and first of all, I don't think Steven Seagal knows that like people can't see him through a phone. I mean, not yet. I mean, not like I mean now they can, but not back then. And he's like, it looks like it's gonna be about 2 weeks. Okay, bye. So, and scene. This is a great movie. I love the first 5 Steven Seagal movies. Glimmerman, I still like. A lot of people didn't like it, but what are you gonna do? He shouldn't be on Saturday Night Live. We all know that. This is what happens when you pollute the planet. What? The point is, this is John C. Reilly's first movie, but great cast of people. You got Steven Seagal, Pam Grier, Ron Dean, Henry Silva, Daniel Ferrado, Sharon Stone. Yeah, so I would check it out. I mean, if you're an old school guy like me, you like like before green screen and all this shit. And don't get me wrong, I like green screen movies too. Blah blah blah. I do. But I'm just saying. I mean, I miss the old school action. Expendables 4 is coming out. I'm gonna watch it till they make Expendables 20. I don't give a fuck. If anything, I've heard they actually offered Steven Seagal roles in the past movies, but he just keeps rejecting it because. I don't know. He must be busy in his bulletproof house. But the point is, ladies and gentlemen, this was actually John C. Reilly's first movie. That is pretty crazy. So, yeah, check it out. Casualties of War. He played Hatcher. Now, again, somebody tells me this is going to be an ongoing thing with me and Mr. Reilly here. I'm not going to remember him in a lot of these movies. So, again, great movie with... Sean Penn and Michael J. Fox, Canadian boy, I love it. Brian De Palma, great war movie, really good movie. I don't want to give a lot away, a lot of surprises in this one, but I will say this, and again, in the future, I will do a podcast for sure on Michael J. Fox or Back to the Future, something like that, or Sean Penn, of course. But one of my favorite scenes, and you're going to see one scene in this movie. I won't say where it lies in the movie, but apparently, I mean, Sean Penn's known to be a little, whatever, he's a cool dude, but he could be a little, a little whatever. And, at one point at the movie, Sean Penn is supposed to whisper something in Michael J. Fox's ear. And as he's supposed to say something just randomly, just to kind of like piss him off. And Michael J. Fox is, of course, coming off, the Back to the Future movies. Before that, he was doing Family Ties. And I don't, maybe they didn't get along or something on set. Who knows? I mean, Sean Penn just, being Sean Penn. And Sean Penn whispers in his ear and he says, "Fucking TV actor." And he just walks away. I don't know if he said that just to fuck with him or whatever, but I don't know. The point is, this is a really good movie. Like, I know I'm making jokes here, but this is actually a really good movie. Oh yeah, I think yeah. He was one of the okay, so I think he was part of the crew here. John C. Reilly here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I haven't seen this one for a minute, but I will never forget what Sean Penn said to Mr. Fox here. So again, check out this one. So I mean, think about it. He's starting off his career here very well. Okay, Sean Penn, Michael J. Fox, Steven Seagal. Whatever you think of him. But so far so good. We're no angels. I'm not gonna lie to you. I never saw this movie. This is a movie with who's it? Robert De Niro and Sean Penn. As much as I love both these guys, it didn't get the best reviews. I don't know, like even in the movie poster, they both look kind of confused. I didn't see this one, so I don't have to tell you. Days of Thunder, Tom Cruise. Okay, so good little movie. I remember when they had the ride at I mean, this is how old I am. They used to call it Canada's Wonderland. Now it's called Paramount. Canada's Paramount Wonderland. I don't know, whatever, the amusement park there. But yeah, it's an all right movie. But like I was saying, I remember they had the ride there. You'd sit there and whatever. It was it was like the seats were moving in the theater. I don't know. It's a lot better than what I'm describing it. But the point is, the movie's all right. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, he's in this movie. State of Grace. Good rating. I never heard of this movie. A New York cop is recruited to return to his homeland and infiltrate the mob ran by his best friend's brother. Sean Penn, Ed Harris, Gary Oldman. Oh, I did see this movie. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I remember this movie. Yes. Okay. Gary Oldman kicks ass in this movie. But then again, he kicks ass in everything. Yes, I saw this movie. I think I just saw this movie like a few years ago. You know, you go on Google and I don't know, like, let's be honest. I'm not trying to sound paranoid or nothing, but Googlings, Google is just, listening to us. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. We all know that. Yeah, and they just recommend you, movies you haven't seen, movies that are underrated, whatever. This was one of them, and I watched it. Really good movie. Great cast, too. Sean Penn, Ed Harris, Gary Oldman, Robin Wright, John Turturro, another very underrated actor. I should do a podcast about him, too. John C. Reilly, of course. Yeah, good little cast. So, yes, I would see this movie. That's why I'm here, guys. And ladies, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to recommend you some good movies. That's all. It's one flick at a time. Shadows and Fog. I did not see this one. It's got a decent rating. With a serial strangler on the loose, a bookkeeper wanders around town searching for the vigilante group intent on catching the killer. It's a Woody Allen movie. Listen, Woody Allen's done some good movies. I mean, the whole thing with him, the whatever, we know. I don't know. It's up to you. You want to see it? Go ahead. Out on a limb. I did not see this one. Hoffa. There you go. Great movie. Surprised they only gave it a 6.6 out of 10. Oh, that's low. Really? Wow. I thought it was pretty good. Jack Nicholson, Danny DeVito. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I forgot that John C. Reilly was in this, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. I mean, obviously the ending, how Hoffa really died, apparently didn't go down like that, or it was similar. Listen, there's tons of stories out there. Who the fuck knows? But I don't know. Whatever. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Fallen Angels is a TV series he did. What's Eating Gilbert Grape? He played a character named Tucker Van Dyke. I haven't seen this movie basically since it came out, but yeah, I don't. He was in this movie too, really? Fuck, I don't remember that. But great movie. I mean, obviously with Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio. We all know that. So, yeah, check it out. 2 Bits. Let's see that one. The River Wild. It sounds familiar. Is this the one with Kevin? Yeah. It's the one where Kevin Bacon goes nuts. That's right. Yeah. Rafting expert Gail takes on a pair of armed killers while navigating a spectacularly violent river. Oh boy, that is one fucking thing I will never ever do, is go wild water rafting. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I would never do that. I mean, I shouldn't even tell the story, but it's a podcast. Why not? I remember one time I was up north and. Yeah, we're getting drunk and stoned by the fire. I had nothing else to do up there, I saw Northern Lights one time. It's pretty fucking crazy. It's almost like being in a Hype Williams video. The whole sky lights up. It's pretty nutty. But anyways, so we were talking about like whitewater rafting and whatever. Oh yeah, we'll never do it. Da 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 da. And then there's some people there, and then one woman like kind of just walked away as we were having this conversation. We didn't kind of notice whatever, and then we noticed a little later, and apparently like she lost like people in. Like a whitewater rafting incident. When I'm not sure if she was there or she, whatever, triggered something there. Of course, she went out. She's crying. We all felt really bad for her because we had no idea, right? But I I mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Listen, this is one of these things that makes like white people look crazy or even crazier. Even I can admit that. I just never do. I'll never bungee jump. I'm never gonna, vote Trump. I mean, I don't vote anyway, but I mean, we'll save that for another podcast. But the point is, I mean, I would never do this. But the movie was okay. It's one of those like, classic, movies that would come out in the '90s, whatever. I remember. Yeah, Kevin Bacon had a good run there for a while. Not that he doesn't now. I'm just saying. I mean, he's been. Yeah, I should do one about him too. He did that other movie. Yeah. I was saying he had a good run because he did that one movie with. I don't know. He recruited the basketball player from overseas, or fuck. What was that movie called? The something I forgot. The point is, this movie's all right. Dolores Claiborne. Oh shit. Okay. Again, I mean, my memory's gone, I guess, because I don't remember any of these movies. But I do remember this movie. This is a really good movie. Yeah, 7.4 out of 10. That's pretty good. See Kathy Bates and Jennifer Jason Leigh, who, for some reason, I've seen in a lot of movies. But then again, with the writer's strike, I'm just looking up all these old movies, catching up, thanks to Google. A big city reporter travels to a small town where her mother has been arrested for the murder of an elderly woman for whom she worked as a housekeeper. Yeah, it's as creepy as that, ladies and gentlemen. But this is a really good movie. Don't want to give a lot away. It's one of those movies you should, see without knowing or not knowing a lot. But yeah, John C. Reilly's in this one too. Fuck, man. I tell you, so far, like earlier in his career, man. I mean, maybe he's not always the guy that you obviously remember in these movies, but he's been in some good shit so far. I mean, just starting off. I mean, usually when let's be honest, a lot of actors when they do movies, I don't know, these first 10, 15, even 20 movies, like you've never heard of any of these movies. Maybe you'll see them in a little thing in the background, whatever, and that's it. But I don't know, John C. Reilly, man, the guy can pick a good role. Georgina, I did not see this one. It's got a decent rating, 6.5. I've always said the whole 6.5 rating, it's on the cusp of if you're going to like it or you won't like it. It's up to you. But yeah, it's got Jennifer Jason Leigh in there, Marie Winningham. Yeah, I feel she's a really good actress, Jennifer Jason Leigh. I mean, obviously a lot of people know her for the woman in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But, I mean, she's, I think a lot of people forgot how good of an actress she really is. And it was cool to see her years later in The Hateful Eight and all that. And I don't know, she's really cool. But, yeah, John C. Reilly was in this one. If you want to check it out, it's up to you. Okay, so we're up to 1996 now. Okay, so as you can see, John C. Reilly, so far so good, I would say. I mean, he's got a good thing going here. Now, a few years ago, during COVID, obviously we're all catching up on, movies and watching Sopranos or The Office, whatever floats your fancy there. Most of us both. But I was able to see one of these movies he was in that I never even heard of. And it's called The Hard Eight. Now, the rating is 7.1 out of 10. That's not bad. And he plays a character named John, okay? Bit of a stretch, I know, but very good movie. Professional gambler Sidney teaches John the tricks of the trade. John does well until he falls for cocktail wait. See, I thought they fucked up here. IMDb, listen, you guys have my back, 99 out of 100, but this one I got you. So until he falls for, there should be an A in there, a cocktail waitress, Clementine. Until he falls for cocktail wait. Yeah, see, they're missing a letter. It's okay. I got you. So, yeah, very good movie. Director, Paul Thomas Anderson. Okay, I think we all know his work by now. Now, it stars John C. Reilly, Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay, now it's got Philip Baker Hall. Now, a lot of people will probably know this guy for being Mr. Bookman in the classic Seinfeld episode where Jerry has an overdue book and the guy chasing him is very eccentric. He keeps pointing at him and, all that shit. But he's a really good actor. I think he passed away a few years ago. I hope I didn't. Let me click on the thing here. I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, like honestly, I know him for two roles. This one and the Seinfeld role, basically. So yeah, he did pass away in, just recently, 2022. So rest in peace to him. But who else you got in here? Samuel Jackson, F. William Parker, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Rest in peace to him. Another guy I got to do a podcast on. Really good cast of people. Yeah, this is what I call a hidden gem. This is a movie that, again, I don't think a lot of people have ever heard of, but this is a really good movie, and John C. Reilly absolutely kills it in this. I mean, he's basically the main character in this. Yeah, like again, I don't want to give a lot away because it deals with whole gambling and all that lifestyle in Las Vegas and all that, and I highly recommend this movie. This is one of the better roles I've seen John C. Reilly in, and I think it's the first movie he did with Anderson, and yeah, I would definitely check this movie out. It definitely proves that John C. Reilly. I mean, like for the most part of his career, he's always been more of a like supporting actor guy. I mean, he's done like leading roles in movies, of course, but this one definitely got the ball rolling for him when it came to him being pretty much the main guy in a movie, and that he can, like I'm not saying he carried the movie all by himself. I mean, a great supporting cast, but I mean, it definitely proves that like at this point he's got a definitely a bright future if you haven't seen him in anything else before this. So I definitely recommend the movie Hard 8. Then he was in a movie called Boys, rated 4.9 out of 10. I don't know. I never saw this one, so I couldn't tell you. Then he was in a movie Night Watch, 6.2. Not to par, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe you guys see it. But anyways, 97. Okay, 1997. Little movie called Boogie Nights. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this movie, yeah, I mean, you gave it a rating of 7.9 out of 10. Okay, I'm pretty sure we can round this to an 8. I mean, this movie is fucking awesome. Awesome soundtrack too, by the way. I mean, there's just so many great people in this movie. Back when sex was safe, pleasure was a business and business was booming. An idealistic porn producer aspires to elevate his craft to an art when he discovers a hot young talent. Okay, so I recently just did a podcast about Leonardo DiCaprio. He was originally supposed to be cast as Eddie Adams, okay, but he was busy doing Titanic there, and he recommended Mark Wahlberg. So the rest is history there. On top of that, you got Julianne Moore, Burt Reynolds, who kind of like resurrected his career in the sense. I mean, he was so good in this. Rest in peace to him. Luis Guzman, who's great in everything he does. Rico Bueno, did I say that right? John C. Reilly, of course. Nicole Ari Parker, Don Cheadle, Heather Graham, William H. Macy, who probably has the worst wife in history in this movie. Nina Hartley, Jonah Gleason, Michael Stein. Great. If you've not seen Boogie Nights, I don't know, like don't consider yourself a cinephile, okay? You absolutely have to see this movie. John C. Reilly's part was great, and he's basically, the sidekick to Mark Wahlberg's character. They're both just doing, lots of just crazy things, not just on the porn set, but off the porn set, okay? We all know the scene at the end, okay? We'll never listen to that Sister Christian song the same again. I mean that scene at the end where and apparently it's supposed to be after Holmes, the porn actor there, and they did a whole movie there. I just saw recently. It was an older movie with Val Kilmer, playing the role, and it talks about all that situation, and then the whole the murders that happened at the one building there. It was a huge story in the 80s. But yeah, it's. I mean, that scene is kind of ripped off that a little bit. But I mean, that scene is incredible. I can't tell you how many times I've just watched that scene by itself. It's so good. And again, I don't want to give anything away. If you've never seen it, you're in for a treat. But I advise you to watch the entire movie. I mean, it really does give you an idea of like how sad this life really is. I mean, the 70s, okay, it was booming, of course. I mean, porn was almost like mainstream. Like you go to New York, you'd see like all these like booths and, porn playing in movie theaters, and people didn't give a shit. It was just part of the culture, right? And then the 80s, it kind of slowed down, and you see like what happens to a lot of these guys and girls, and it's just it's not pretty. You know what I mean? So they really did a great job with just creating the whole atmosphere. Thomas Anderson, writer director, of course, did a great job. Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough good things about this movie. I would go into more detail, but it's definitely one of those things you should see fresh. If you've never seen this movie, I advise you tonight to see it. Okay, it's not exactly the date movie, the rom-com you might expect, but it's an awesome movie, and of course John C. Reilly was great in it. Yeah, highly recommend you see Boogie Nights. Chicago Cab. Well, he's from Chicago. Why not drive a Chicago cab? Flagpole Special. Some jokes just write themselves. Fiona Apple, Across the Universe. He's the jukebox thief. Okay, I remember Fiona Apple. Yeah, she was a bad girl. Yeah, she did the theme song to The Affair. I remember. Which, look, I'm not gonna lie to you. The Affair was a good show, but holy fuck, it was probably one of the worst series endings I've ever seen ever. It was just. I mean, that fucker was dancing near the cliff. It was just stupid. Anyways, The Thin Red Line, another good war movie, very good. And I saw this one even recently. Sean Penn, he's Jim Caviezel, Nick Nolte. Whew, fuck, what a cast! It's an insane cast. Mark Boone Jr., Adrian Brody, George Clooney, John Cusack, Woody Harrelson. Holy fuck. I forgot how many good people were in this movie, but yeah, another great one. John C. Reilly, obviously he's not the main guy in this, but I remember his role was pretty good. Again, I don't want to give away what happens, but it's a little sad. But I'll just say this: very good movie. Definitely check it out. And again, I'm just scratching the surface here so far, but I mean, John C. Reilly, man, I forgot how many great things he was in. Holy cow. I'm glad I got a podcast, ladies and gentlemen, that 3 of my fans can listen to. John Spencer, Blues Explosion, talk about the blues. Okay, using the music video. Never Been Kissed. I did a podcast actually on Drew Barrymore, and well, speaking of Drew Barrymore, I don't know if you guys heard, there's the writer strike going on. God only knows when that's going to end, but I think she aired her show like during it, just the last couple of weeks or something. And I look, I'm gonna be honest. I like Drew. I did a whole podcast about her, but I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. I mean, it's kind of like being a scab. I mean, crossing the picket line, and not a good move, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know what team you got with you there, but I mean, they should have advised you, or maybe you didn't listen. I don't know, but yeah, that was a dumb move, man. But she stopped doing her show for now, which is, listen, nobody should do anything, okay? Everyone's hurting, okay? So, I don't know. But yeah, I never saw this one. The Settlement, his movie, another one he did, For the Love of the Game. Sounds familiar. Oh, yeah, the Kevin Costner one. Yeah. This one, I mean, let's just say it's not the best Kevin Costner baseball movie that he's done. I don't know. Kevin Costner, I don't mind. I don't know. He's one of these guys. I don't know. He either this something I like or I don't like. I don't know. It's I mean, the whole Yellowstone thing. Listen, I've tried to watch that pilot 2 times. Okay, 2 times I tried watching it because everybody loves this show. Apparently, I just can't get into it. I'm sorry, but a lot of people say get past the pilot and then it gets better. But I don't know, man. An hour and a half pilot. I mean, it better be good. But yeah, the first half hour, I just can't do it, man. I don't know. I tried twice, so fuck it. Emmy Man, Save Me. It's a music video. Magnolia. Oh my God. Okay, so we're up to 1999, ladies and gentlemen. 1999, which a lot of people consider one of the best years in movie history. Okay, so look up all the movies that came out in 1999. One Kevin Spacey movie slipped in there. Okay, yeah, what are you gonna do? But other than that, it was a pretty solid year for movies. But Magnolia definitely helped that reputation for sure. This movie is It's pretty trippy. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's like everyone holds their own in this movie. I mean, it's got a hell of a cast of people again. Tom Cruise, who I believe got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, didn't he? For the role he did for the kind of motivational speaker he did, whatever. Jason Robards, Julianne Moore, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Pat Healy, Genevieve Zewig. I don't think I said that right. Mark Flanagan, Neil Flynn, Rod McLachlan, Alan Graff. Yeah, it's a really good, solid cast, and I haven't seen this movie in a while. I think John C. Reilly played a cop or something. Yeah, and he was trying to help his lady, and he's doing the best. Yeah, I forgot how long this movie was. 3 hours, 8 minutes. Yeah, but it's a good little movie. The ending is I don't want to give away the ending, but I don't know. It's got something to do with the Bible and Kermit the Frog. Let's just put it like that. But point is, ladies and gentlemen, very good movie. Got the chance, check it out. Tenacious D. Oh no, it's a TV. Wait, they made a TV series? Sasquatch. No. Wait, they made a TV series? I forgot about that. Oh, okay. I thought they were talking about the movie. Okay. Huh. The sad thing is, guys, I did a podcast about Jack Black. I totally forgot about this. But yeah, no, he was in. John C. Reilly was in the show. I did not know. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I thought I've seen everything Jack Black is in. I guess not. Okay. The Perfect Storm. Okay. This movie only has a rating of 6.5 out of 10. Really? This movie's awesome. Really? Wow. No shit. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I thought this movie was way better than that. And then usually intense storm pattern catches some commercial fishermen unaware and puts them in mortal danger. So you got George Clooney, Mark Wahlberg, John C. Reilly, of course, Diane Lane, William Fechner, John Hawkes, who's again another underrated actor, Alan Payne, Mary Elizabeth Manstronton. Sorry, the name gets cut off here. Manstron Tony. Oh, okay, yeah, Gina from Scarface. There you go. And The Color of Money. So yeah, really good movie. I believe this is based on a true story. I just can't believe they gave it that low of a rating. Wow, I thought this was a pretty solid movie. Wow, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, listen. Not everybody has the refined taste that I do, but I'll just say this: I thought it was a really good movie, and I highly recommend it. I mean, 6.5 could be, like I said, a passable rating and all that, but I thought it was a pretty solid movie. So yeah, shit. Okay, I'm just surprised. Yeah, go see The Perfect Storm. I recommend that one for sure. The Anniversary Party. I did not see this one. Frank's Book. It's a short he did. I didn't see that one. The Good Girl. Is this the one with Jennifer Aniston? Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I saw this one or not. I think I did. Yeah, with Jake Gyllenhaal there, and John C. Reilly. Yeah. This movie's all right. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, my memory's not what it used to be. You know what I mean? I'm doing my best here to recommend you some movies, but sometimes I mean, like weed is legal now in Canada, so I mean anyways, where was I here? Yeah, Gangs of New York. Ooh, good one. So again, talked about Leonardo DiCaprio recently. Talked about how good this movie is. Scorsese, Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio, Cameron Diaz. Great little story, guys. I mean, obviously, I wish Mr. Daniel Day-Lewis did not retire, but all good things have to come to an end. It is what it is. Got to do a podcast about him one day, but. Recommend this movie. A lot of people thought, the ending could have been better, but I don't know. I liked it. That was all right. But yeah, good little movie. Chicago. Okay, so again, I did not. I'm not into musicals. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I got nominated for a lot of awards. 7.2 out of 10. That's not bad. Yeah, that's pretty good. And there you go. The Hours. I did not see this one. No, I did not. I did not know. Meryl Streep, Nicole Kidman, Julianne Moore. It's got a hell of a cast, but no, I never saw this one. I don't know. Could be about time. I don't know. No, I mean like it could be about time. Like not that I should see. Well, I should see it anyway. But was it The Good Girl deleted scenes? Okay, so he was more. He was supposed to be more than that, I guess. Anger management. Okay. Look, a lot of people like this movie. I love Sandler. I've always got a soft spot in my heart for Sandler. I love Jack Nicholson. He's one of my favorite actors of all time. I mean, it's got its moments, but overall, it could have been better. Let's just be honest. But yeah, but I do remember one of the funnier scenes in this movie was John C. Reilly. Like he played like a Buddhist or something, and they end up getting into like a big fight or something. So I remember that part being funny. And I'm not just saying that because I'm doing a podcast about John C. Reilly, but that was one of the more funnier parts in the movie. But I don't know. This movie's all right. I mean, I don't know. I'm more of a Happy Gilmore, The Shining kind of guy, but that's just me. He was in a movie called Piggy, based on Michael. No, wait, that's not funny. Did I just call myself a fat pig? Okay. Cracking Up. That's a TV series. Criminal. I didn't see that one. The Aviator. Okay, so another great one with Leo teaming up with Scorsese. Apparently they got a lot more other pictures coming up in the near future. And John C. Reilly was in this. So again, ladies and gentlemen, if you get the chance to work with Martin Scorsese, why would you say no? Okay? You just say when and where and how high do I have to fucking jump, Mr. Scorsese. That's it. It's that simple. But I talked about the Hughes, and the whole relationship there, the little details that involved him and John C. Reilly. And there you go. So if you got, a lot of people, I don't know, some people didn't like this movie. But a lot of people are stupid. So Aviator, great movie. Are you the favorite person of anybody? I'm not asking. That's the short that he was in. I didn't see that one. Dark Water. Didn't see that one. Prairie Home Companion. No. Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Yes, I did see this one. And recently I did do a podcast on Will Ferrell. And I cannot explain how well these two guys work together. Okay? At least the 2 out of the 3 movies they've done together. But yeah, we'll get to one of them, and then we'll get to the other one. But yeah, great comedy, great movie, great cast of people. John C. Reilly, I don't know, I get it. I mean, you could switch it up, the whole shake and bake. I get, I could see why his character was a little disappointed at one point, but again, you got Will Ferrell there. I just let him do his thing. That's all. But again, you got to let John C. Reilly do his thing too, and Will Ferrell gives him his moment. I think I gave too much away, but the point is, very funny movie, one of Will Ferrell's best, and John C. Reilly. Check it out. Tom Goes to the Mayor, if you say so. Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. There you go. Great movie. And I had no idea John C. Reilly played the character of the Sasquatch, or Sasquatch, and he is uncredited. I had no idea. I haven't seen this movie in a while. Very funny movie. If you love Jack Black, you'll like this movie. But yeah, okay. Year of the Dog. He either plays a character named Al or AI. I can't tell anymore. Then he was in a little movie called Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox Story. It came out in 2007. And he plays the character, yep, you guessed it, Dewey Cox. Now, I mentioned before, he lost a lot of weight for this role. So basically keep in mind that at the time, Walk Hard came out with Joaquin Phoenix there. or sorry, walk the line. Sorry, there you go. Walk hard. Yeah. So, and this movie's kind of just making fun of that. Kind of a parody, whatever. Almost like kind of like a Spinal Tap, like a Western version of that. He's playing like the Johnny Cash kind of character or whatever. So it says here, singer Dewey Cox overcomes adversity to become a musical legend. Boy, that is very simple and to the point. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a fucking really funny movie. Cast of people is great too. You got John C. Reilly, Jenna Fisher, Nat Faxon, David Krumholtz, Tim Meadows, Connor Rayburn, Raymond J. Barry, Terrence Bisor, Margot Martindale. Lots of great people, lots of great cameos in this too. Just too many to mention, but yeah, this is a really, really good movie. And as I mentioned before, he did have to lose a little bit of weight, because even when I saw the cover too of this movie poster, I was like, no, that's it still kind of looks like it's docked. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, yeah, he did have to lose a little bit of weight, because see, Riley, he's got a few pounds on him, but it works. It's kind of like the whole Will Ferrell thing. I mean, he's like he's not thin, he's not fat, he's kind of like thin fat, if that makes any sense. But yeah, this is a great movie. And also keep in mind the theatrical version of this movie was only an hour and a half. When it got released, the video, there's an extended cut. They almost added, I think, another like half hour. I think they shortened it because they felt it was just too much for the theater. But I recommend you see it's called the unbearably long, self-indulging director's cut that runs over 2 hours. So I definitely recommend you see this one. I mean, this is a really, really good performance. Unfortunately, it did not do that well at the box office. They said it was critically a success, but financially they said it was good too. I didn't think it was either. I don't remember this movie doing that well. Like, it was one of those movies that it caught way more of an audience on video, but yeah, the budget was $35 million. Opening weekend U.S. Canada was only $4 million. Then gross U.S. Canada 18, worldwide gross 20. Yeah, so it didn't do that well. I mean, like I didn't catch it till it hit video either. It was not in theaters long. I remember that. But again, it's one of those movies where it should have did better than what it did money wise. But honestly, it is a really, really funny movie. Just to see Jack White play Elvis for about 10 seconds. I mean, that's just the icing on the cake. But ladies and gentlemen, of course, they're parodying the whole Western world and or Western music. I mean, there's no well, no. Is there shootouts in this one? I don't know. I think there might be a few scenes involving guns, but the point is, it's a really funny movie. John C. Reilly does a really good job with it, and yeah, it really just shows that he can be the lead guy, but at the same time still be either dramatic or funny. I mean, the guy really is a diverse actor. So, I mean, obviously he's going balls to the wall with this one when it comes to comedy. And yeah, the amount of cameos, it's gonna be hard to keep track, but definitely worth seeing. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story, and see the extended version, the one that's over 2 hours. So, you're welcome. The Promotion. Didn't see this one. And of course, when you reach a certain point of being famous, you got to do The Simpsons. Now, unfortunately, he did The Simpsons in 2008 and not the 90s when it was really funny. But what are you gonna do? Then he did another beautiful movie in 2008 called Step Brothers, that has probably the most appropriate rating I can ever think of for a comedy like this, 6.9 out of 10. I don't give him a 7. Please keep that rating. Now, again, I just reviewed Will Ferrell, did a podcast about him, but I mean, again, they did a great job together the first time. Let's do it again. Does it work out as well the third time? We'll get to that. But the point is, two aimless middle-aged losers still living at home are forced again their will, or against their will, to become roommates when their parents marry. Ladies and gentlemen, let's just really be honest here. I mean, we still know people that are in their 40s and still live at home. They're going to use COVID as an excuse, for them still living at home. Oh, I'm recovering from that. Yeah, bullshit. But the point is, yeah, they made a fucking really funny movie out of this. And again, I don't think financially did that well at the box office. But again, one of those movies that became more of a hit when it hit video. But yeah, director Adam McKay. I mean, again, his work speaks for himself. He's a really funny dude. Yeah, you got Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly teaming up again, Mary Steenburgen, Richard Jenkins, Adam Scott, Catherine Hahn. Sorry, my bad. But yes, it's two man-childs just going at it at their best. Okay, just Will Ferrell, John C. Reilly. Can it get any better? Can the third movie, just top these other two? No, but the point is, this is a really good movie. Now, I've seen the unrated version, so I'm assuming that does make a difference. Like remember you'd buy DVDs and you gotta get the unrated version. It was a whole fucking thing for a while, but yeah, definitely recommend this movie. Very, very funny. The combination of ketchup and mayonnaise. I mean, you wouldn't think it'd be good, but it's okay. I mean, I don't know if it goes well with fish, but the point is, really, really funny movie. Highly recommend it, and that's it. Green Team. Didn't see Prop 8, the musical. Nope, no musicals for me. The movie 9. I did a voice in that. Sir Creek, Do Freak, The Vampire's Assistant. Nope. Cyrus. Okay, so very under. I mean, I want to say it was an underrated movie, but like independent movie, very low key. You got John C. Reilly in there, and he plays a guy that's just going out with a woman, and he, Marisa Tomei. You get paid to go out with Marisa Tomei. This is a great career. But anyways, and then Jonah Hill, he kind of plays this guy who he's kind of like a man. I wouldn't say he's a man child, but he's kind of just a mama's boy that just can't let go, and it's just it's very disconcerting. It's but let's say John and Molly divorced, John and Molly, a divorced middle-aged man and a single mother, meet at a friend's party and start up a small relationship. All John has to do now is meet Molly's son, Cyrus. Now, I did do a podcast about Jonah Hill. Apparently, he did say on Howard Stern that he sort of copied Benji for a little bit of inspiration. If you don't know Benji on Howard Stern, that's okay. People that work at the Howard Stern show don't even know Benji. But, he's kind of this weird guy, tries to act Andy Kaufman, but he's not Andy Kaufman. But yeah, no, he's done some good bits, whatever. But the point is, yeah, just very odd and off, and, he could easily be a normal person, but he chooses not to, because Howard pisses him off, and this is his way of getting back to him. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking about Benji on the show. I mean, with Jonah Hill, I mean, like even Jonah Hill said he learned a lot from John C. Reilly working with him. Apparently, Jonah Hill did not learn anything about how to break up with a woman. I don't know if you guys heard of that whole long text he wrote to his ex there. It's a whole holy shit. I mean, like I'll be honest with you. There's a part of me that's like, okay, he, like he shouldn't have done that. Obviously, I mean, it is kind of cruel, but there's a part of me that's like, you know what? Like a lot of people just ghost people. Like I've heard stories in Hollywood where like people will break up with people through their agents and they let them do it. I mean, that's like the biggest puss move of all time. But I mean, he broke it down, at least in the text, like, hey, you do this, you do that, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, it's man, he went all out on that one. But the point is, this movie's, I don't know, this movie's all right. I mean, it's good for a cheap laugh, whatever. But, yeah, And then he did a movie called The Extra Man. I don't think it's about video games. Drunk History TV series. I'm told it's good. I think I've seen some clips in the past. Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job. I heard that show's good too. Tim and Eric, awesome show, great job. Crimbus special, all right. Peace on Earth, a little drummer boy. Okay, he played Bing Crosby. Really? Okay. Beastie Boys, Fight for Your Right, revisited. Yes. I remember when they did the video there with Farrell there. That was good. Terry, I did not see that one. Cider. Wait, is it Cider or Cedar? No, Cedar Rapids. Cedar Rapids. I didn't see this one, but for some reason, he's dressed like if, I don't know, R2D2 and C3PO went for a swim in the pool here. I don't know. It's one of those things you got to see for yourself. But no, I didn't. No, I didn't see that one. Funny or Die presents, of course. Got to help out your buddy Will. You know, Will Ferrell runs the Funny or Die website, so why don't you do some stuff there. Beastie Boys Make Some Noise. Like I mentioned before, they did the video, him and Will. There you go. We need to talk about Kevin. Oh boy, do we. Anyways, so this movie is. Listen, we all know the story with Ezra Miller there. You know, the not the Flash anymore. I don't know. Do your research there. This kid needs a lot of help. I don't know. It's a shame too, because I've seen a lot of his movies ever since they started talking about him, and I don't know. I wanted to know what happened to this kid too, but I don't know. Maybe it's just too much too soon with this guy, and I don't know. He's done some good movies, but oh shit. I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, who else is in this? Tilda Winston, Winton. Sorry, John C. Reilly, of course. Jasper Newell. So as I say, this Kevin's mother struggles to love her strange child despite the increasingly dangerous things he says and does as he grows up. But Kevin is just getting started, and his final act will be beyond anything anyone imagined. You have no idea. But anyways, I mean, knowing, like if you've never seen this movie, I still recommend it, but it just, it definitely adds more to what, we've seen Mr. Miller do, over the years here. I mean, good rating, 7.5 out of 10, but, I don't know. It's up to you guys. I remember when this movie came out, it was pretty praised, and everyone's like, "Oh, this kid's got a career," and not anymore. But I don't know, man. I mean, will he recover? I mean, I don't know. Who knows? But I don't know. I don't think you're going to see him in another Flash movie. That's for sure. But I don't know what to tell you. Carnage, 7.1. I did not see this movie. Decent rating. Sounds familiar. Carnage. Rome Polanski. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen. You might have to do your own research on that dickhead. But Tim and Eric's $1 billion movie. Then he did a movie called 8. Weird Foods, check it out. With Dr. Steve Burrell. Doctor to Doctor with David Libree. How you say that? Hart, check it out. With Dr. Food wrap up, check it out. The thing. So I saw one of these. He dresses up as like a professor or whatever, I think. And oh no, that's something else he does. No, wait, maybe it's the same. No, I think it's the same doctor. Yeah, he's got the big fro there. It's all right. It's silly, Space, check it out with Dr. Steve Burrell. UFOs with David Lee Hart, check it out with Steve Burrell. Space Sex. Fantasy, check it out with Steve. Okay, so I might have to check out that one. Yeah. I don't mean to get sidetracked or nothing, but speaking of space sex, I mean, like, nobody has ever fucked in space. I mean, no one's ever admitted it either. I find it hard to believe that nobody has fucked in space. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Nah, I don't, Who's that one astronaut that has the mustache? I don't know. It's almost like a... Yeah, I don't No, no, I don't believe him. I don't believe him. Um, Thank you. Uh, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I don't know. You're floating up there. It's nothing else to do. You're up there. I mean, come on. I mean, how many times can you jerk off? The dictator. He was in that. He played Clayton. He was uncredited. Okay, I like this movie. I love Sacha Baron Cohen, so I don't know anything he does. I'll always check it out. The man's a genius for sure. Wreck-It Ralph, funny movie. Basically making fun of the whole old school arcade, thing there. One of the characters that we sadly forgot over the years, and yeah, I enjoyed this. I enjoyed this movie. I like it. Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues. The Ghost of Stonewall Jackson. Yeah, the ultimate fight there at the end. I still say they should make another one. One more Anchorman. They said they don't want to, but come on, let's make an official trilogy. We need a good comedy. Come on, guys. But yeah, obviously the first Anchorman is better. Apparently, the story I heard with John C. Reilly, originally they wanted him for the role of. Sometimes you go on IMDb here and they do not do it fast enough. There you go. As Champ Kine, who is the Whammy, played by David Kochner. I think I said that right. Very funny guy. I think this guy's hilarious in the role. It's hard to picture anybody else in there, but apparently it was between him and John C. Reilly. But John C. Reilly was in the second one as the ghost who would suck people's souls for some reason. I didn't know that general actually did that in real life. But yeah, very funny scene with everybody fighting. Unfortunately, Will Smith is in it, the fucking jerk off. But the point is, yeah, because Will Smith, because I'm sure that's going to be the last fight he's ever going to be a part of. The point is, Anchorman 2: The Legend Continues. Very funny movie. I watched the first time. I didn't like it. I watched it the second time. It was better. I don't know why. I can't explain it. But not as good as the first one, obviously, but still good. Life After Beth. Nope. When Marnie Was There. Oh, it's a cartoon. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't see it. Guardians of the Galaxy. Wait, he was in this? Corpseman Day. Dey. Huh. I don't remember that. I remember this being a good movie, but I don't. Oh, okay. Well, if you've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy, I mean, go see it. Then John C. Reilly's apparently in it. Tim and Eric's Bedtime Stories. Rubberhead, which got a 3.7. That might be his lowest rated movie. Mr. O'Izzo Ham. What? Entertainment. No. TV movie in 2015. His character, he did the Doctor. It looks like the Bag Boy. Wow, that is you know what? He can rock that hair, man. 8 out of 10. Holy shit. Okay. Dr. Steve Burrell directs himself in the title role of a rejected sitcom pilot about a Myers Superfoods bag boy who must decide whether to report a shoplifter. Oh boy, I did not see this one. 8 out of 10. I'm intrigued. Okay, I'm going to right-click this one, and there you go. Bag Boy TV movie, 2015. Okay, there you go. All right, there you go. It looks funny, but I'll let you know later if it is. Tale of Tales. No, didn't see that one. The Lobster with Colin Farrell here. Yeah, I tried watching this one. I couldn't get into it. I don't know. I mean, I didn't even think I got to John C. Reilly's part here. Les Cowboys. All right. Didn't see that. Stone Crackers. Okay. View from a Blue Moon. Must be nice. Pound House. Pound TV series, 8.6 out of 10. Wow. Okay. Why have I never heard of this show? Sounds like a porn here. Something happens, this way comes. That might be the worst description for a TV show I've ever heard. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't help, guys. Ultra City Smiths. No, I didn't see that. Licorice Pizza. Okay. I saw this movie. It's a cute little dating movie, whatever. Nothing too crazy. But again, I forgot John C. Reilly was in this. Shit. But I do recommend this movie. It is a good little movie, too. Oh Night Divine. No, didn't see that one. Stars at Noon. No, didn't see that. And just recently, like I said before, ladies and gentlemen, we're up to 2022. And between 2022 and 23, they ran 2 seasons of Winning Time, The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a basketball fan. My favorite team is the Toronto Raptors. We all know that, even before that. And, I love the Chicago Bulls growing up in the 90s. But, of course, you couldn't ignore the power of the Los Angeles Lakers. And, of course, they had to make a series based on this. And they did a little documentary talking about, since Jerry Buss took over to present or until he passed away just a few years ago. And this show, it's different than the documentary. It's more of a parody. The biggest problem with the show, like a lot of people say, is it's not that accurate. A lot of characters, or most of the characters, they're very over-exaggerated, but it does tell the story, from what I see, pretty much the same. I mean, it says here, the professional and blah, blah, blah. This is what happens when you're tired. The professional and personal lives of the 1980s Los Angeles Lakers, one of sport's most revered and dominant dynasties. A team that defied an era, both on and off the court. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, this aired on HBO Max. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I just recently saw the last episode, which was episode 7 of season 2. And, you watch the last few minutes of it, and all of a sudden, they just go from, the mid-'80s to present in a matter of, 30 seconds. And I'm like, oh, shit, is this, the end of the show? That's it? And that's it, yeah. So they just, I was expecting this show to be, at least another, 2, 3, maybe 4 seasons. And all of a sudden, they just decided to stop. Even HBO kind of warned the show. They said, we may or may not continue it. If we don't, make sure you prepare for the end here. As if the show is ending. So they did a whole little thing there. But it was very quick. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm really disappointed. I was really shocked yesterday because I'm it was a really good episode. It ended with, the classic series, Boston versus the Lakers. And, of course, they lost in 7 games. It was a pretty close series. But, I thought it was really well done. But, I don't know why they ended it. I guess, I don't know, maybe because they're anticipating the writer's strike. They don't know when they're going to do it again. Or I know they did get a lot of criticism for the first season, especially because of Jerry West, the person who played him, who's Jason Clarke. Seen him in a few roles before, very good actor, but they felt his character was just way too angry. I think there was a lawsuit with Jerry West, over, the character the way they played him. But I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I wasn't there. I mean, do I see Jerry West getting pissed off a little bit? Sure. Who doesn't? You're gonna lose it a little bit. I think you are. You're gonna do with the Lakers, in the 80s, up and down. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, this is where, for a while there, it's hard to believe now, but for a long time, for many years, the NBA was in trouble. They had a lot of key players that they lost over the years, and the revenue wasn't up. And, keep in mind, this is before they were airing a lot of games on TV and contracts and all that. And, in many ways, a lot of people say, guys like Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, I mean, that kind of feud going back and forth and, shit like that really helped and saved the NBA. And in many ways it did, and of course, Jordan took over and, the rest is history. So it's a really good series. I'm just very disappointed that it ended as soon as it did. Obviously, you got John C. Reilly, who, at this point, I don't know if you guys have noticed, I think he's a great actor. I mean, I forgot all the shit he's done so far, but yeah, that's why I love doing this podcast, because you get to review, all the old stuff here. But of course, he plays Jerry Buss. Jerry Buss was the guy that said, you know what, listen, I'm going to take over the reins with the Lakers. I'm going to, put my own money in there, and it absolutely paid off. I mean, his methods sometimes a lot of people didn't agree with, and but in the end, he delivered. He really did, and he was able to pass on the legacy. Through his family, and they were able to carry on the tradition, of the Lakers, and like even just a few years ago, the Lakers won a championship like in the bubble, during COVID. So that says something, guys. You got here Quincy Isaiah, who played Magic Johnson, who, I mean, I don't know Magic Johnson personally, but I just remember him from like interviews and stuff like that. He definitely nailed like the look, the smile. I thought he did a great job there. Jason Clarke, like I said before, played Jerry West. There's definitely a difference between how he played the character in the first season and second season. The first one, he was just pissed off basically in every scene. So I'm sure they wanted to change up that character, make him more calmer. And again, it's more of I guess a parody, a more comedic tone to the show than more accuracy, whatever. But I don't know. Definitely, I think before or was it after the episode, they said, they give the disclaimer, all the characters or blah, 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 they got to put that. They didn't put that in the first season for sure. So, but that's what happens in a lot of shows. So something happens and, people are pissed off, whatever, and they got to change it up. So he was still great in the second season. Don't get me wrong. So I thought, from what I saw, he did look a lot like Jerry West. I mean, even now, just the picture they got on IMDb, he kind of like a facial look there. Gabby Hoffman played Claire Rothman. Those of you who don't know who Gabby Hoffman is, very good actress. She was one of the kids in Uncle Buck. Home Alone's own Kevin McAllister, sorry, the Macaulay Culkin's brother in Uncle Buck. So yeah, it's cool seeing her again. But she's been in a few things since then. Haley Robinson played Janine Buss. Devon Nixon played Norm Nixon, who I believe is his kid, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they. Yeah, because I didn't find that out till recently, so that's pretty crazy. Solomon Hughes played Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, which is not an easy role to play. I thought he did it great, like just like the way it's hard to explain, like the way he did like the serious faces, and he was always more calmer, than the average player, that would play. I thought he did a great job with it. Tamira Tamak Keeley played Cookie Keeley, sorry, who ends up marrying Magic Johnson years later. Other great actors too: Brett Cullen, Spencer Garrett, Stephen Adley, Gurus. Yeah, I think I said that right. Molly Gordon, Joey Brooks, Rob Morgan, Adrian Brody playing Pat Riley. Even I was wondering, like, who the fuck are they going to get to play Pat Riley? Adrian Brody, listen, you can say what you want about that guy. I know he kind of, I don't know, like the problem is when he won the Oscar, and listen, not a lot of people can win an Oscar and kiss Halle Berry on the same night. But after that, he had a lot of clunkers, whatever. But I mean, the guy's a really good actor. I mean, if you see him in certain movies, he's really good. He played Houdini, the magician Houdini, a few years ago in like a miniseries on TV. Really good, and I highly recommend you watch that. But I thought he did a good job playing Pat Riley. I love the scene where he like for the first time you see him slick back his hair. I thought that was really cool. So. But yeah, Pat Riley, man, that was that's a tough role to play, man. And a lot of people say that the Gordon Gekko role in Wall Street of Michael Douglas there was inspired by Pat Riley's look with the slick hair. So Jamil Adkins played Jamal Wilkes. Wilkes. Jason Segel, who you see in things time to time. He does a show at Harrison Ford. I don't know. It's okay, whatever. But I always like Jason Segel. I did a podcast about him. He played the original coach there, Paul Westhead. Really, I didn't know the whole history with that guy either, so it's cool just seeing that. But Delonte D'Souza played Michael Cooper. Even Michael Chiklis played the one was the manager of the Boston there, Boston Celtics. So yeah, it's interesting like seeing scenes with him and John C. Reilly like go back at it there. Overall, guys, this is a really good series, but I'm very sad that it's only 2 seasons. I'm very disappointed in that. I got to be honest with you. I was expecting at least another 2-3 seasons, but hey, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? But I still highly recommend you watch this. I mean, maybe it's even better. I mean, now with the writer's strike, forget it. Even if they came back today, you're not going to see shit for at least another year. So if you're a sports fan, you love John C. Reilly, all these other actors, I would definitely check it out. It's I got to give I want to say too, the actor that played Larry Bird here. I don't know who he is. Does it say here? Hold on. But yeah, he did Sean Patrick Small. I got to give him props too. Wow. So I'm looking at the picture here. He doesn't even. Wow, they really made him look like Larry Bird with the I don't know, the kind of just hit puberty mustache there. But yeah, yeah, he did a good job too. So I don't know, really well casted. I mean, not just John C. Reilly, but everybody else. So I highly recommend that you watch this. Like even if you're not sports fans, just to see what it was like, like behind the scenes and, rest in peace to Jerry Buss. And, like he had a lot to do with kind of bringing more excitement to the game. And you see how he, brought the whole, just the sport of basketball by itself, just like almost to like the next level, I mean, maybe it's a weird comparison, but I almost consider him from what I see from the show, almost like kind of like a Puff Daddy kind of thing where he, elevated, like hip hop to the next level, or just a big part of that. And yeah, I still call him Puff Daddy. Okay, I know it's Diddy or it's Buddy Love or whatever Eddie Murphy he wants to name himself after. To me, he'll always be Puff Daddy. I don't give a fuck. Even when I don't know, have the audio file. It's Puff Daddy all the way. It's a kick-ass name. Don't change it. But anyways, Winning Time: The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. I highly recommend you watch it. 8.3 to 10, very good rating. John C. Reilly and everybody else, they do a great job. So if you got the chance, check it out. Like I said, we're not going to see any new shit because of the writer's strike in quite some time. So I don't know. I would check it out regardless. And again, rest in peace to Jerry Buss. I mean, a lot of his methods, a lot of people didn't agree with, but you know what? Sometimes in life, you gotta go against the grain, just to, figure shit out and, see what works and not. And you're going to make mistakes along the way. But, as you can see, the Lakers have a hell of a dynasty. And in the end, it all paid out. And that's the most recent thing that John C. Reilly has done. Now, he's got one upcoming thing. It says here, Dream Quill, where he plays a character named Gary. It's in pre-production. It says here, a woman returning from a virtual retreat discovers her worst nightmare when her AI robot clone, designed to assist, deviously assumes her identity. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, it did not take long to make an AI movie of robots taking over and, fuck, yeah. Get ready for these movies to come out in the next 10 years or whenever the fuck this strike ends. Director and writer Alex Prager, I think I said that right. She's done a lot of shorts here. Run, Play the Win, Uncanny Valley, Touch of Evil. All right. The Uncanny Valley. Okay, it looks like it deals with robots too. Okay, so it looks like that she's definitely familiar with this kind of world. So, like I said, guys, I got a feeling you're going to see a lot of these movies in the next 10 years. But Elizabeth Banks, who, listen, don't get me wrong, I like Elizabeth Banks. I just don't like the shit she said about Steven Spielberg. I mean, like, she forgot about The Color Purple. I'm just saying, And John C. Reilly plays Gary. Okay, so who's playing the? Oh, so woman returning for Julia. Uh, so assuming that. So I'm assuming that Elizabeth Banks is the woman, and but then again, in today's world, I mean, you never know, right? But then I'm kidding. Come on, shut up. And John C. Reilly is the robot. Okay, I can see that. All right. Okay. Will the robot have the same hair as John C. Reilly? I hope so. I hope so. But again, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Reilly here has done a shit ton of work. I mean, the guy is, funny, smart, plays the dramatic roles. The guy can sing. He's a good dude. And I don't know, you never hear anything like bad about him, right? I mean, like, he never seems to get into any trouble or anything like that. And I forgot to talk about the thing in Ollie movie there where he put on the extra weight there. That was a good movie too, by the way. I forgot. Listen, I can't remember everything, guys. Again, when weed is legal in a country, you just it's no miracle I'm still alive. But the point is, Mr. Reilly here has had a hell of a career, and it's still going. And yeah, like I said before, I believe he's one of these guys that can still. I think he can act till the day he dies. Will he? I don't know. Who knows? But I think in the future we can always depend on seeing something funny, something dramatic. Who knows? Maybe him going into a coke dealer's house, and it may not end well, but I think we will always see, him in roles, and I don't think any of us will ever get sick of seeing John C. Reilly.
Quando vivo solo sueno orizzonte fra troppe palabras y las sombras entre luces todas te preparan